Hi there, this is Zach Woods with South University's Online Student Support Center. Today I want to take some time to take you into the online classroom and have you explore the online mandatory orientation that you can find on your Brightspace account, finding it through that online classroom on your portal. To get started, you can go ahead to portal.southuniversity.edu to log into your account, and once you're there, you can go ahead and click where it says Online Classroom. From there, we're going to go ahead and explore again the mandatory orientation, which is a program that must be completed before you can begin to be scheduled for classes and your enrollment process can be finished. It's quite simple, really. It should take really no time of it all. About 20 or 30 minutes, you can set aside some time to go ahead and review this. What this orientation is set up to help you accomplish is to review 8 modules of information that will be helpful for you to review before you begin. From goal setting to time management to working in teams, all are some of these refreshing information that can really help get you in the mindset to be back into that learning environment. So we're going to go ahead and begin walking you through the process of how you can begin to explore what this type of format or class structure might be like, as well as go ahead and completing an orientation step by step. Each section, just so you know, will be broken down into a Let's Read, a Let's Watch, and a Let's Assess portion. At the end of each of the 8 modules, there will be a short quiz that you will have to complete before continuing. This quiz is not graded, okay? Just so you know, this is just something that must be completed as a form of exploration. So you'll go ahead and complete each one of those quizzes, completing each module, and at the end, acknowledging that you completed this course. Once you complete this course, this will be the last step in this enrollment process, and you'll be able to be building your schedule and working with us here in the actual online classroom so you can begin to work towards your degree. All right, everyone. Now that we're together on screen here, you can follow along with me as we log into your classroom. So you're going to log in through that portal website, again, that portal.southuniversity.edu. Go ahead and click the online classroom and be directed to the Brightspace account. And your page should look something like this. All right, you'll see the logo, South University in the top left, and some other key features here that I want to point out to you. You should notice your initials in a maroon purple box here on the top right. This box is going to be super helpful if you click it to be able to manage profile settings, notifications, or other account settings. I want to point out for you something real quick here before we even continue any farther, because it's going to be definitely important to set up your notification settings. I recommend that you do that as soon as possible. You can also see that there is an app that you can download here as well to stay up to date on anything regarding your classroom. You'll be able to change contact methods. You'll also be able to adjust instant notifications by how you want to receive information via SMS, text, or email. So just wanted to point that out to you before we continue. Go scrolling back to the top here just to notice these top menu options as well and icons. You'll see an alerts icon, which will be more pertinent once you're in class, giving you updated information regarding your classrooms or anything regarding certain assignments or notifications from the school or professors in particular. You'll also see a subscription alerts box here, and this is more dialogue for classroom discussions, anything pertaining to in-class as well. And then this is the message alerts icon where you can actually send and receive messages from students and professors and faculty in your classroom. So if you're on your phone, you will see these same icons there at the top. But what you won't see are these menu options here. These menu options, we're not going to spend too much time reviewing each one. Just pointing out South Edge, that's our career service portal as well that you always have access to once you begin class. You can always also navigate platform help if you ever have any trouble that this orientation or this little tutorial walkthrough here does not help you with. You can always, of course, reach back out to me anytime. So what you won't see again is those menu options if you're on your phone or this little Rubik's Cube thing here. What you'll need to do is actually click a 3-line menu option, which will then drop down and give you that menu. Where we're going to go in the top right if you're on your phone and that menu, or right here, you're going to see this little waffle icon. This is how you select your courses. By clicking this icon, a list of courses will drop down for which you can choose based on which courses you are currently or enrolled in. You'll be able to easily keep up to date, pinning them to your main page so that you never really lose track of which class that you should be in, or your correct form here. So, of course, starting out, your list is not going to be this long. You're going to see probably 2 courses. You'll probably see This South orientation, mandatory undergraduate orientation here, this is the one that needs to be completed. You might even see this one down here, okay? This is another orientation which you will actually begin leading up to class. It's actually so helpful, and we'll review that in a separate video here. But for now, you're going to want to go ahead and pin this orientation at the top of your screen here, the mandatory undergraduate orientation, to the main page. You can also go ahead and click it, and we're going to go ahead and jump in. So you will see a new menu feature here. You're going to be able to track content a little differently here. Some of these menu options, though are condensed, are going to look familiar in your future classes. You'll be able to check on the class list and see who's in classes with you and who's available. You'll be able to check in on assignments as well and follow easily with your grades. You will also be able to easily track the content as well. So you'll see some announcements here. And this is all about, I want to point out this announcement here. So just also want to make sure that you can give your feedback to what that you think should be better. So feel free to click this link here, the Student Satisfaction Survey link, to give your opinion. So you'll see if you scroll down, it says welcome, learn new skills, and you'll even see where it says click here to begin. So now we have just begun the College Success tutorial here, this 8-section module, which we will go through here and break it down quite simply. A couple things for navigation that I want to point out to you. The main tools for navigating are going to be right here in the top right. A forward and back arrow, which will allow you to navigate to each page. Forward, of course, taking you on to the next. You'll be able to pop out a page into a new window if you find that information to be helpful or you want to save that tab for a future date. You can also bookmark that for later use as well. I also want to point out to you something that will be on your phone as well, something that hides a lot and it's a little hard to see. You'll see a little tab icon here, which will show you the side panel. Okay? You'll be able to actually easily follow through the table of contents here and which section you should be on. So definitely use this to go through each module. Okay? So now, as you see, I went over next. We're in the goal setting module. I can't continue farther because I haven't finished this yet. But you'll see where we need to start, as I mentioned before. Each module is broken down into 3 sections. There's a Let's Watch, a Let's Read, and a Let's Assess quiz. All right? Again, that quiz is not graded, but it is just for the experience and to get used to this type of format and questioning. So you can click here, Let's Watch, Setting Smart Goals. But before you do, or if you can also scroll down and review exactly what each sections are going to review. So we're going to start off with goal setting, then focusing on learning to learn and stress relief strategies, followed by time management, study skills, literacy, online learning, responsible borrowing and budgeting, and then finally working in teams. So again, you can click this icon here to expand and click Let's Watch, or if you'd like, you can click the next arrow here, okay? And you can move on to the next page. Now we are on the goal setting first section here. And we'll review exactly what this unit will cover. And again, you'll see that where we need to go, the Let's Watch, right? You're going to go ahead and click that first. You won't see the rest. You'll see the Let's Watch only. There will be a video that will review some SMART goals and what those stand for. Specific, measurable, actionable, and attainable, relevant, and timely, right? You'll review all of that and exactly how that breaks down. You watch that if you'd like. If you want to go back to that video in the future, you can. If you would like to continue quicker, you can go to the next page, which will be more about reading here. And you can, it'll say, let's read. And you can actually go through and review a lot of what the video went through, but as well what are important SMART goals and what goal setting should really look like here. So it's some great reflectional items here to go through and some I'm sure will review for you. You'll be able to hit next when you're ready. And this page will look a little different for you, okay? Of course, I'm on here as the instructor level, so it's a little bit different. I don't see it as a student. You're going to see here, it'll actually say Start Quiz. You're going to be able to go ahead and start the quiz after that section. Again, not graded. Once you answer each one of those 10 questions in that quiz, you'll be able to submit the quiz, and you'll be brought to where you can see those grades that you received from that quiz. Don't be discouraged. If you didn't do too well, that's totally fine. You can always go back and take the quiz if you'd like, but when you'll review a lot of this information in the future. But once you are completed, you can hit the next arrow, and it will bring you to the page. Instead of goal setting, you'll see where it will say Learning to Learn and Stress Relief Strategies, and you'll click on that. And you'll be able to see where it says Let's Watch, and you'll begin there. Again, it looks a little different on my screen, unfortunately. So I can't continue fully with you here. But again, it's going to follow that same format. A let's watch, a let's read, and a let's assess for each one of those sections. If you get lost, I always recommend just going back to content, right? Starting off here, okay, you pick up where you left back off, right? You were on goal setting. So you can go back to the let's assess if you need to, where you left back off. And again, if you need to navigate a little bit easier, don't hesitate to use this side panel to take you on to the next sections. So that is as far here as I can take you on this orientation. Again, each of the 8 sections must be completed, plus a final acknowledgement that you completed this course. The reason why is this almost acts as a proxy in order for our registrar to be notified that you're ready to be scheduled and that your enrollment process is ready to be packaged and complete. So thank you so much for sticking on board with me. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. My number is 912-250-0614. Call me anytime. You can also send me an email directly to zwoods@southuniversity.edu, and I'm happy to help walk you through any of your online classroom tools so that way you can better understand and learn how to make the most of your investment and as you work towards your degree. Thank you so much. See you soon.